Hi guys, welcome back. So currently this is being filmed before Glastonbury Festival, but this is being released during Glastonbury Festival week. I've got a lot of videos prepared to prepare myself because I've pretty much got 2 weeks booked off just for the event because I'm very excited to go. Not just that, but I also volunteer for the site, so I get to go in early, so we get to spend a good week and 2 days there extra compared to all the punters and people who just buy the tickets just to enjoy the event. It's not as easy as just do your work and then you get to enjoy it. It is quite hard, but I thoroughly enjoy it and it's a nice little thing that I do with my family. So with that aside, I was going through a lot of my artworks, just making sure all of them were listed on my eBay selling account because I don't want to have artworks just lying around. And I wanted to make sure that all of the artworks that I currently have that I think are in that state can be up for sale. So normally I do 3 piles. I go through and I sort the ones that need to be listed. I need to sort through the ones that need to be reprinted and ones that aren't actually listed and need to be reprinted as well. So these need to be listed and need to be reprinted basically. So I thought I'd just film with you and show you the process of it because that's what I want to do. So this print is actually of Glastonbury tour. I took it from an image that I did when I was towards the festival. The way we go towards the festival is very scenic and you can see it from a far distance. You can see it from the Glastonbury Festival actually in the festival grounds, which is really quite nice, but right behind the pyramid stage. If I like the print, I can sell them on. I just thought I'd sit down and do some printing, and I haven't actually sat down in front of a camera and spoke properly for a while. I've been doing a lot of ASMR recently. I found it very healing and a way to process everything without visually speaking. Doesn't mean that speaking doesn't help with processing artworks and that. It was what I needed. Now that I've passed it and I feel a bit better, I want to just sit down and talk. It's a very good way of processing everything. So the ink I'm going to be using is this block lino printing ink. I bought this years ago from Amazon. It was a 5-in-1 when I bought it. The most recent one that I've managed to get that is similar in quality and price is this one. It's SD. I'm guessing that's how to pronounce it. It's again block lino printing ink. It is water-based, which makes it easier to work with, I find, than oil-based because you can reactivate it with water if you don't have enough or you want to make it more transparent or translucent, whichever way you want to go. And it's a lot cheaper than oil-based as well. That said, if you do get the print wet, it will smudge, so there's obviously limitations to it, but it's a lot cheaper, which means I'm able to replicate artworks cheaper, therefore carrying it over, making artwork more affordable for everyone, because no one wants to spend £100 on a print that's tiny unless it's some amazing artist out there. So yeah, this has already been lined up. You can see the ink on the surface, so I've got to be very, very careful with reprinting this. I have got several prints underneath. On the back of them, I don't like to waste paper, so if the back doesn't work, I just print onto the top. And I've just got some old inks and bits of acrylic skins that I did a while ago. I think I actually do have a video on my channel of this when I made it. It wasn't actually when I used the cheaper mediums, it was actually when I was using Floetrol and Wix's PVA glue, much more expensive kind. They did work really well, but in terms of cost, it just didn't float my boat. So yeah, I'm not going to wet this at all. I'm just going to have to press really, really hard and hope that the ink will come out better this time than last time. I've been doing some gardening, so I've got like dirt on my hands. This lino print is actually recycled as well from someone basically threw away this piece of lino and it only had a couple of marks on the back, and I treat it exactly the same as I do paper. So there's marks on the back, you can just use, there's marks on the front, you can just turn it over and use the marks on the back. see if this worked. Slightly off printing, but be alright. Fabulous. That is a lot better. There is little bits and pieces which need a bit more ink, but that will come with more printing, because the more you print onto the lino, that kind of top layer dries and makes it much more opaque, so less likely to see lines through it. Also, reprinting on top of a previous print, that is exactly the same. If you do miss little bits and pieces here, you've got that background texture, and to be honest, this just adds to the quality of it, because you know it's handmade and hand printed, therefore makes it more unique. I do have a couple more that I want to do whilst I'm filming, but if any of you are interested, I will leave the reprints down in the description box below in my eBay selling account. They are a bit more cheaper than the other prints, plus the size and the quality of the paper. I haven't used printing paper, therefore I don't have to allocate the cost of buying printing paper to be used onto this paper, this paper is actually being used from an upcycle from raiding through some bins at my university. I've still got loads of the bits of paper actually. So I'm just going to quickly show you the difference between reprint and the proper print. So this is the reprint. The paper does make all the difference when it comes to printing. And then you've got this one, which is the proper print. You can see it's a lot more darker. Having the water saturated does help with the whole process of it. Even if I just did a print without any water saturation, it doesn't make that much difference. It just means if there's little bits that I've missed, they're a lot more less noticeable, and also the corners are a lot more crisp as well compared to the reprint. Not to say the quality isn't there, it's just the paper difference. Normally I leave the prints about an hour to 5 hours depending on how thick the ink is. So this is the next one. This one I'll probably cut down because I don't know why it signed out there, but this has a lovely ink drawing. I think I definitely recorded this. I think it was one of my very first videos. I just didn't know how to start an art channel. I didn't want to introduce myself just like, hi, this is me, this is what I like. I just wanted to kind of gradually get into it. It was what I wanted to do. I wanted to do art. I want to do art full time. Financially, in fact, being financially stable hasn't quite got there yet. Now I'm a bit more financially stable, but not enough to be able to quit my job tomorrow. But you never know. You can always dream about that. Okay. As you can see, it's starting to get a little bit less grainy, but you can see bits where it hasn't printed completely through. It's just how the liner print works, basically. But because you've got that print underneath it, it doesn't matter as much. And plus the reprinting actually kind of makes it look like it's moving and a bit more three-dimensional, which is quite nice and surprising. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little short video. I will continue to do some printing of these reprints. I think I might do an ASMR one next. So if you enjoy just the printing process, please do check that video that I'll be posting after this one, as always. Don't forget to also check out my description box to links to all my social medias and also my eBay selling account, which is where you'll find all these artworks when I post them online. If you'd like to buy them, then that is where you will find them. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and honestly, have a lovely day and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye for now.